Now they might have to go for that mid, or excuse me, that off lane, or maybe even a mid if they wanted to flex the Batrider off. Wouldn't really surprise me too much from NoPing. You may as well just go for a position 1 pick here and kind of keep that mid off lane deal kind of open here for NoPing Esports. And they do have the Luna John if they want it. It is there to be picked up. I don't think it's necessarily amazing by any stretch, but I never think it is. And they always make it work, so you may as well.
I think when it comes down to it, if it's HFN, he's one of the only carry players that makes it work right now. So I think if they wanted that comfort pick, it works out well for them. They go with Darkseer first, which is another one of those heroes that don't show up as much. In fact, I was listening to Oceanic a bit yesterday, the OEDL. Right? I was listening to the Oceanic League yesterday. I heard our friend Poglet have some words about Darkseer. He thinks it's very dead.
Okay.
But we have seen Darkseer kind of deliver some performances in the DPC, especially in NA. So there are still ways to make this hero work. I think now, if NoPing wanted to go for one of those carry heroes for HFN, he's got a lot of options. Like, you've got to take care of that Luna, you've got to take care of the Gyro, but that opens up traditional carries for NoPing to go back to. Unknown team do go into the Wraith King. So this is piling on durability, piling on to that push with the Skeleton Summons, with a Shadow Shaman. They've got pretty potent lanes here, and the beauty of the Wraith King here is that you don't need to worry about your mana too much. The Keeper of the Light is there to chakra you if he's alive and positions himself well. So you should be able to get that second life off in every scenario, even without the Ag Shard. But NoPing, I mean, you've got Darkseer in that lane. So even if the Wraith King is tanky enough, the Darkseer can just Ion Shell spam, go in the back line. You've got this insane combination of Darkseer Batrider as well when it comes down to fights. You surge him up, you get an Ion Shell on, you just run around, burn people down. There's a lot NoPing can do with this combination on hand.
See what happens. Final banouts now coming out. The Quap removed by NoPing. Jug being removed by Unknown.
Seconds remain.
One more ban here for Unknown team. Not much reserve time left to make this ban. Just about 15 seconds. This is just focusing in on those pos ones, and they even get rid of the Alk. Which is fair, because Alk has been coming out a hell of a lot. And it is getting rather annoying, let me tell you, John. Seeing it in every pub game I play. Very annoying indeed. Unknown team, final pickup now. They need a mid pickup up against this Batrider, which isn't going to be a very easy one to make. Obviously, last game around, the Void Spirit, while it did kind of work in the laning phase, it didn't really transition that well through the mid to late game. And Void Spirit, generally not that fun of a hero to play while you're on ping. So I wonder if they even bother going for it again. I don't think it would be too bad, but could be a little bit rough.
It's a good setup if they want to play that quick. They go to Puck instead, which is also sort of timing sensitive, but it ties into their team fight. You've got Mars, Puck combinations, Arena plus Dream Coil to deny an area off to get control out, which is one way to get that done. They do have fairly good fight potential in the mid game now as well with a Puck pickup. NoPing don't have the best ways of locking in the Puck, but they have the Nyx. And this is something that a lot of people love to point out. Puck into Nyx can be a bit dicey. We see it go both ways. Like, the Puck can still dance around Nyx, but Nyx has a lot of opportunities to just play with Spike Carapace across all these heroes and break up that fight as well. So some answers on hand for NoPing. The Puck is still fairly slippery. We'll have to see what Robusi can get done with that. NoPing, last pick, HFN hero. Gyrocopter is still there. Luna's still there. They could look at something like the Troll, which could actually be really good up against the Wraith King and the Mars, right? Like, you just want to build up fervor stacks, but these heroes are fairly tanky. You have the Oracle combination there on hand. You've got Iron Shell for those 2 lives. They go with the Ursa instead, which is, it does the same thing. You pile on stacks. You get the Fury swipe stacks up. You get the damage out. It's not the flash farming here we tend to see from HFN, but once you hit Battle Fury, it's the same story for him. So we'll have to see if he can hit those timings, or if Unknown team can finally find some punishment for that playstyle here.
See how this all pans out, John. Game number 2, of course, Unknown team would love to at least tie out the series. NoPing Esports, I must admit, even with this Darkseer in the draft, John, looking pretty potent. And you know what, John? I know you just said that, you've heard some ramblings about Darkseer being bad, but I've also heard the opposite about Darkseer, and I'm not sure how to feel about it. It's everyone thinks something
yeah.
different about this hero, so I'm not 100% sure what to expect here from Oscar, but I'd say he's probably in for a nice enough game.
Yeah, I mean, you have so much value with Surge on Batrider, Surge on Ursa. That fixes the kiting issues you have on the Ursa. And you don't even need to worry about that kiting too much because you have the Oracle to kind of dispel you, to false promise you. So it's a very good game to enable your cores for the Darkseer. And then people always underestimate that Vac wall combo. Like, that is the brunt of the team fight of NoPing, getting good Vac into, say, Impale from Nyx, which isn't the most reliable way of setting up these 5v5 fights compared to, say, Arena and Dreamcoil. But it is really potent, so Unknown Team has to watch their spacing here as well, just as much as NoPing has to. It all boils down to, again, Unknown Team blocking off the farm of HFN, because they've got that same lineup. If HFN and Dark Mago have a good lane, both of these heroes clear out stacks very well, clear out the lanes very well. You do have some better farm coming out for Unknown Team. The Wraith King can kind of deal with the jungle a bit better than the Weaver can. And you have some good stack build-up potential with Keeper of the Light on your side. But you will have to sort of maximize these timings. And we saw Unknown Team try to do that in Game 1. It's almost the same story here with a Shadow Shaman and a Wraith King. So we have to see them, again, fix their game plan, fix their approach, and try to shut down that map quick.
See if they can get it done. Never very happy when I don't see the Skeleton King Arcana on the Wraith King, John. Upsets me quite a bit. I don't mind the set he has on right now, though, Burner. It is quite a nice one. Give him that. Matthew? He's going to show up there for a second. Does get the pings out. Burner now has the stun. Is very hesitant to throw it out. Unknown, are they waiting for a bigger target? Matthew still around, not expecting this. There we go. The stun's out now. Illuminate. Impale is there. Matthew's still alive. Now the Fortune's Hand is out, and they can't kill him. They waited a bit too long there. They had a great opportunity on that high ground. Maybe just expecting the whole team to be behind him. And Unknown now, they've revealed their hand. NoPing. They're just going to back off and get the bottom bounty runes.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame. They had really good rundown potential with their lineup, but they don't find that first blood. They will at least get their bounty runes with no issue. Matthew is a bit forward here, though, but might not even die.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of harassment, but that's... Oh, jeez, that is a lot of harassment. But that's pretty much it. He salves up. He's going to stay in the lane, not really going back towards the fountain. It's like he does want to be around for that initial wave of XP. And of course, Oscar has already started with the Iron Shells and is going to just push out this first wave ASAP.
Yeah, this is not the easiest time for Nyx, right? You're too melee in the lane, so you're always going to get hit by that combination with the Illuminate. And once you get the stun off as well from Burna, you do burn down fast. So you have to watch these initial levels coming through from Matthew. And the beauty of Kotl into Darkseer is that you might get the Iron Shell off on your own creeps, but Chesed can just deep-push that really well. So it sort of evens out here on the top lane.
Yeah, I mean, don't forget, though, you can always put the Iron Shell on Matthew, and he can just chase down the Keeper of the Light. And that can be quite frustrating for Chesed, but well, speaking of, they're going to go on to Oscar now. A lot of harassment onto that Darkseer. Matthew nowhere near to really help out, but now does land an Impale and gets the Clarity cancelled. However, Chesed is going to get the Courier of Matthew and that's a salve gone. For another minute or so, so a bit unfortunate there for the Nyx Assassin. Still, we'll have a look at the other lanes. Of course, mid lane, RoboZ is up against Dark Mago once again. Now, the Batrider versus Puck matchup rather than the Void Spirit this time. I still feel like it just favors the Batrider anyway. And I think Dark Mago is still going to have a very good time this game.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to find his farm regardless, and the Puck should be able to find its own farm as well, but you're not going to be slowing down a Batrider all too much. You can see some initial EXP advantage for RoboZ. Does help out the cause, but every time he comes in, he just gets right-click down. Ooh,
Yeah, Pandaboo, he messed up a little bit there going for another Purifying Flames on the Shaman, but it was only a level 1 Purifying Flames, and unfortunately for Pandaboo, it just kept healing up the Shaman. So he did manage to get first blood there, but HFN at least getting a bit of a trade on the Ursa. Still not going to be too happy that he didn't secure the first blood. Meanwhile, mid lane, Dark Mago able to get the puck. Looks like the orb was already committed, so Dark Mago just goes for a quick rush into the Firefly. Does pay off.
Yeah, and this is the point where the puck is not at its best against the Batrider. Level 1 phase shift is a bit too low on how far out you are. And of course, the spam ability of Illusory Orb is not the best early on. Like, those seconds do count in the mid lane, and the spam ability of Dark Mago spells are just a bit stronger. So you have to watch yourself. Robozy has to walk back to lane as well, so he bought out a smoke. That's going to be a lot of EXP for Dark Mago to play with, and just a lot lost here for the puck.
Certainly. The Batrider now should just be able to theoretically dominate this lane even more. RoboZ just going to have to try and catch up in a safe manner if he can. Of course, bot lane Oscar ends up dropping very low on the Dark Seer, but he is going to be able to survive. Matthew, of course, there to help out on the Nyx. Burner on the Wraith King. Been having a pretty decent enough time. Thing is, now the Iron Shells are at level 2, so they can really chase him down. Illuminate going to fly through onto Oscar. Burner doesn't have the stun. Can't really follow up, but Oscar, he's going to have to TP back to his tier 1 anyway. It's like he'll send Matthew to go get the power rune for him and take a salve off the Nyx Assassin. Problem is, Shazid is already there to secure the power rune on the Keeper of the Light. In fact, he might need to be there to help out the puck in a moment. Power rune is going to actually be down a bot rune spot where Wish is there to pick it up. However, he is going to have to sacrifice himself for that power rune, and Dark Mago will probably be even happier just getting the Shaman kill instead.
Yeah, it's a freebie for Dark Mago. Very close to that level 6 spike, and RoboZ is still halfway through 5. So the EXP builds up because of these kills on Dark Mago. They're not able to relieve the lane for RoboZ, and this just causes a lot of issues for the puck. Like, you do have the early magic wand up, you don't have your bottle up yet, so you only have this burst wand heal, burst mana sustain from that, and once you pop that, it's an opening for Dark Mago, especially if he opts for that early lasso level on this Batrider.
Everything kind of slows down here. The 5-minute banner runes are going to come
Ooh.
up top lane. Nice impale there onto Shazid, getting the kill, and now Burner is trying to run away, but with the sticky napalm slow, there's no way out, and Dark Mago gets another kill, this time onto the Wraith King. It's already quite a dominant game from NoPing. They've pretty much won every single lane, apart from maybe the bot lane, which is evening out. Though I say that Drakil now is being chased down, but they do get the shackles into the Illuminate, but HFN's not done yet, and it does cost him. Hex there with the spear out from Drakil does kill the Ursa, and Pandaboo, he will closely follow. Now, I was just saying they evened out that bot lane, but I'd say Unknown have come out on top now.
Yeah, they overextend a bit in NoPing, not respecting the fact that Unknown just rotate in the Shadow Shaman. So that's a really good kill to find for Unknown, slowing down HFN's build-up into the battlefield just a bit more. Very important, because I'm looking at the build-ups here on these safe lane cores. Burna is going for an armlet. So that's not a farming build by any means. This is a fighting build coming out early from the Wraith King, which means that if you do let this Ursa build up, he is going to out-farm that Wraith King by a huge amount, and they find a kill anyway and heal.
I didn't quite catch that. What the hell happened?
They just ran him down. Like, HFN just ran up, they got the root off, Fortune's Hand channeled from the tree line, and you can't underestimate the damage of an Ursa when your supports are gone like that. We've seen Unknown do this. The supports dip out, NoPing punishes. They need to be cautious about when they leave that lane, because HFN will look for those opportunities to find kills.
That he will. Mid lane, meanwhile, Lasso was committed onto the puck. However, this Batrider is dropping way too low and is going to die. Just diving a bit too deep, and RoboZ didn't really have that many sticky napalm stacks on him. believe it was only 2 by the time the Batrider was dead, so the lasso didn't really do too much damage. A bit unfortunate there for our Batrider, but now top lane, Burner being dragged back into the wall, that illusion doing a fair bit of damage, and he does get killed off. And you know, John, the Darkseer is really a pretty good hero into the Wraith King, because the illusion does actually crit.
Ooh.
As you can
Look
see.
at Chesed. Jeez. Just melts to that illusion. And I love this coming out from Oscar, right? Even at early level in vacuum, you don't tend to see that too often, but it just lines up for Matthew so well. Good jukes from Chesed, but Matthew finds it anyway. Waste a salve as well.
I mean, who needs an impale when you've got Iron Shell, right? Just chase him down. You've got Tranquil Boots up. The Coddle can't run away.
Oh, Arena bot?
Now going to get HFN. So another nice kill for Unknown, and well, for HFN, it's a bit unorthodox for him, right? Like, we're not used to seeing him die like this in the laning phase, but he's been caught out a couple times here by Drakil. And I mean, that's one really big positive for Unknown, is this Ursa has died twice now.
Yeah, they're stalling out that timing into maybe the Battle Fury here for HFN. He hasn't quite queued it up. Dream Coil, what?
Completely whiffed in the mid lane. They had
the ping coming out. That's the ping, Mike.
It definitely would have been John. Drakil and Wiz were coming in from the right side. So had that coil landed, they probably would have landed a kill onto Dark Mago. But now Shacid, who is caught out of position, is going to be the one that dies. And RoboZ needs to be somewhat cautious as well. Looks like Matthew is not too interested in trying to even go after the puck. He's going to start rotating down towards the bot lane instead. Still on 9-5, however. 1k net worth lead for NoPing. And argue things are still going quite swimmingly here for this Radiant side, as they might even get some kills down this bot lane soon. 3 heroes are around here. They just need a way to close the gap onto Unknown, and unfortunately for NoPing, the creep wave has pushed out to the tier 1 tower down at the bot lane, so they won't really be able to close the gap and get a kill.
Yeah, and there's this beautiful ward from Unknown, watching the movement out from Matthew as well. So not going to be able to get the value there from the Nyx Assassin rotation. Heads up ward from Unknown to kind of protect themselves, and that is a positive here, right? Like you mentioned, that HFN is not having the free start he tends to have. But all things considered, HFN is still up there in net worth. Like he's at 3.7k. For comparison, RoboZ's at 3.9. And the rest of the Unknown cores are below HFN. So regardless of that slow start, the cores of Unknown took a slower start still, especially Burna up top. Actually going for the Midas buildup now instead of the Armlet as well. So he wants to try and keep up with farm, get his acceleration in EXP. That can sort of even you out against an Ursa who is more than likely going Battle Fury, but it's not going to cover out that gap in farm. So you will still have to watch your timings with a Midas pickup, and considering Burna's start, this is not going to be the fastest Midas in the world. It's still going to be timely, but the question now is what comes next. Is this going to be the Radiance Rush afterwards?
Has
which
to be.
Is going to be it's going to be a lot slower though, because you have to go back for this Midas, and not the ideal. He still needs to find that sub 20. If it does come out, you're happy enough, but there are lots of ways to punish. And interestingly, HFN actually opts for a Mask of Madness instead of Battle Fury, so we might just see an early Roche coming out here.
Mask of Madness Ursa. It's been a long time since I've seen that.
What a bounty!
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's a throwback.
Top lane, Burner gonna lose his first life. Meanwhile, mid lane, RoboZ getting chased down by Dark Mago, but Lasso is not up and he gets coiled. Drakil there with the arena, but there's your Fate's Edict, blocking off a lot of damage. No Purifying Flames, however. Well, there was one. They still kill off the Batrider. HFN, meanwhile, coming in onto Wish, does kill off the Shaman. Drakil is going to go down. It looks like the Iron Shell spam again from Oscar, doing a lot of damage, and there's the kill out from Pandaboo. RoboZ still trying to fight back, but he's going to be forced to orb away. And it does end up being a 2-for-1 trade there. They get the Batrider, but it costs them the Mars and the Shaman. And John, going back to this Mask of Madness on HFN, what the hell's the deal with this?
Early aggression. Like, it does mean you're not farming as much, but it looks like HFN actually wants to fight early, and they're going to go apply that pressure on mid.
Oh, RoboZ, that was a very short jaunt. They're going to go after him now. Shackle's there to make sure the lasso does not come out onto RoboZ. He's going to try and orb again, and he does get away, but HFN is not done. Or maybe he is, because instead they lasso up the Mars. Wiz is dead. Drakil's also gone, and now they found Shazid. Looks like the Keeper is going to be able to make his way out, but that mid-tier 1 tower, it's a bit of a sitting duck. They're going to try and delay things the best they can. But it looks like NoPing are dead set on making sure this tier 1 mid does go down ASAP. And it will.
Oh yes, and you can see what they're trying to do with this Mask of Madness with the Darkseer pick as well. They want to be aggressive. They want to apply that pressure. They know they can run these heroes from unknown down. And they don't have to worry about being kited because they've got Darkseer for the move speed and the Oracle for the Purge. There is literally nothing that can stop them from running around besides Shackle Hex. And that's it. So they've got the capability to keep that aggression up. And of course, they've always got this potential for an early rush because you went for that Mask of Madness. That's something we need to see NoPing maximize. Probably not going to be the smoothest farming game now for HFN. He does need to maintain presence in fights and in the lane. But so far, it's working out. 2K lead for NoPing. 13-6. Unknown are a bit closer now. You're seeing RoboZ off to a better game. He does have his Witch's Blade up as well for that damage output, and we have seen space given out for Brina to find his own farm.
There is little hope for Radiant's middle tower.
Well, Burner hasn't queued anything else up yet. He's not really revealing his hand at all. Maybe even just kind of indecisive himself as to what he's going to buy. I still think you have to go Radiance after this Midas. It is going to make life a little bit more annoying for HFN as well, because you are going to have that added evasion. If he doesn't go Radiance, I'm not sure what the game plan is from Burner. I don't see how you're going to scale up against an Ursa. And even with the Radiance, it's going to be a bit late. So it's still not going to feel that great either. I guess we'll just have to wait and see what Burner wants to pick up. Because bot lane, there is going to be a team fight that breaks out as Matthew gets an impale off into the Keeper of the Light, but a nice stream call into the arena, making sure the Bat Rider can not get a lasso. Now they'll turn right back around. A nice wall, but it's not going to matter because it's a 5-man rotation here from Unknown. But Oscar still trying to fight, goes back after RoboZ. The illusions, they hurt a lot. They finally burst them down. They'll get rid of the Darkseer, and now it's on to Matthew. False promise out from Pandabu, but it is not going to matter. Matthew is still probably going to die. A nice impale. He is still alive, but he is surrounded. And eventually the spear will connect, and he does go down an Unknown. Able to get a massive team fight to go their way. Burner kind of screwed up the recall there on the Wraith King, running through the wall again, but we'll pretend like we didn't see that. Meanwhile, Shazid being chased down by Dark Mago, and he would have loved Burner's help, but he won't get it.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate there for Unknown, but they still win out that initial fight in a big way. They find a lot of big heroes, except for the Ursa. This does open up HFN to just go into the Roche now, and he can solo it. Just because Mask of Madness mode just enables you to do that. So, gonna take that first Roche easy. They know there are no team fight spells from Unknown, and this is the point where NoPing can look to turn around. They do not have the Vac Wall combo, but they still have Lasso. They've got 2 lives on HFN. They can just go and smoke and find kills.
They're going to try. RoboZ, he'd be a great target. Sentry Wards should have scouted out Matthew there for a second. Burner, he turns right back around. He's going to lose his first life. The TP's coming in immediately here from Unknown. Burner, not going to go down yet, but there's your lasso now from the Bat Rider, making sure they secure the kill. In goes HFN as well, onto Drakil. Surge is there, and they're just going to chase down this Mars. Drakil drops the arena. It's not going to matter, but it does give time for RoboZ to come in, get a nice kill onto Matthew, and now he goes on to the Darkseer. They kill another. So all in all, not too bad yet. In fact, RoboZ, he's going to find a third target. He picks off Pandabu. So a 3-for-2 trade so far for Unknown. It might be a fourth now as Mago's also being caught out. A triple kill for RoboZ. And so NoPing, they had an amazing start to that team fight, but they just get picked off one by this puck. And then it turns back the way of Unknown.
Yeah, it's a bit deep coming out from NoPing. I think they've got to wait for more damage or more control from HFN. He is going into the Basher Abyssal. Perhaps a BKB comes out at some point as well. And that should allow him to get control. But for now, Unknown are looking really good. They're counter-fighting really well. They get the arena drops. They can't dig through 2 lives on Burna just yet on the side of NoPing. So he just gets to live through on the Wraith King, and they're getting a lot more off the map. 1k lead for NoPing, still a good start for them, but it's evening out, and Unknown are starting to hit their own spikes. You're seeing the puck be a major nuisance now. Robo-Z has his blink up, so you can jump in and get really good dream coils off to follow up from the arenas, and they can build off that way. You do take a look at Burna. Burna is going back for the armlet, which is a bit strange in my opinion, just an odd item buildup, but considering that he doesn't die anyway, this enables him to fight a lot better into the lineup here.
Well, Matthew, onto Drakil, is going to go for the Impale. Does he have some help? Looks like we'll see Pandaboo coming in with the Fortune's End, and now HFN's around as well on the Ursa. Nice spear out though from Drakil, and now the Dream Call again coming in. Robo-Z already getting rid of the Pandaboo, and now they found the Ursa. HFN to die. Oscar's trying to run, but he has been slowed up, and Drakil is just chasing him down. No more search for him. He'll get speared. Oh, it doesn't latch. Robo-Z gets another kill, however. He does kill off Matthew. And Oscar gets away because, you know, spear is a bit clunky.
Yeah, it's still really good for Unknown. They drag the lead back their way. NoPing trying to still play aggressive, not paying off. Like, they're not finding kills they want. Going for a Mars at this point is optimistic. You don't have enough burst damage to deal with Drakil. HFN wasn't in the angle to come in for that fight as well. So they are slowing down the aggression from the side of NoPing, and because they went for this fighting build on HFN, he isn't as farm as he wants to be right now. He's still ahead of Burna by a small amount, but he's not overwhelmingly ahead as you tend to see, and this might be where you start to wish you had a Battle Fury instead. You could farm the jungle a bit better, you could clear out these waves a bit faster, you could get that farm acceleration up, and because they were going fighting, it just doesn't line up. Unknown, knowing that they're ahead though, do smoke up, and because their cooldowns are so low, they can just keep fighting themselves as well.
The die triangle, they're going to try and go through the high ground. Unknown, this could be a great opportunity. NoPing may be caught with their pants down, but Matthew is going to break the smoke and go immediately the other way. Robo-Z realizing something is here. It does go in for a Dream Call. He's actually caught out the Nyx Assassin. So they've got Matthew. Matthew is immediately going to get bursted, and now HFN and Pandaboo, they came back in. They're going to try and fight. Drakil is there to control up HFN, however, and they can't kill Shacid. Meanwhile, Pandaboo, he just can't get a false promise off. Wiz just controls him up, and now they found the Ursa. Oh, and I don't think HFN's happy. I know what that well played means, John. I've played it with enough position 1s before. I don't think he's too happy about this.
No, definitely not. Their fights are not lining up here for NoPing. They're just forced to counterfight in such awkward manners. Unknown just coming out on top. 2k lead now. Sure, you found a Wraith King. That's great, but you're having issues with a puck now. There's some really good farm coming out on Wish. Of course, he has his Aether Lens up. He's got his spikes to come in as well if the game goes on with his talent spikes. And he's saving up for that blink, so... Unknown are getting stronger, and NoPing just doesn't have a response yet. They've got this fast BKB and Dark Mago that could make a big difference, because now you have a hero that can stand in front, can initiate and set up for yourselves. But they need more farm. HFN is just not ready. Like, he's got Basher. I think he's saving up for that BKB next. He needs a BKB to really just take these fights on his own terms.
Another group up here from Unknown. Just hanging out in that die triangle. NoPing also grouping up, and they will pop a smoke. That was not under vision. It was not seen.
I think it was.
No, it definitely it wasn't under vision for sure. I already checked the Mars. He's going to get caught out. Drakil is going to die. And that Obsword you're talking about, John, it's blocked off by the left.
By the Rune Ward? Yeah.
Oh, I see.
He smoked right here. Yeah. That is unfortunate for the side of NoPing. They placed that sentry and thought they were safe, but they didn't check that rune ward. There were lots of good wards coming out here from Unknown, and they find the Mars, but I'm sure they were looking for bigger. I think they really want to find a Wraith King or the Puck, and not finding these bigger targets are hurting NoPing. They'll take what they can get, but they need to start setting up for this next Rosh as well because of this Mask of Madness. Roshan is such a pivotal timing for the Ursa in this build.
How do you get picked off there if you saw it, though?
Yeah, maybe
I guess maybe
staying
just
a bit too long.
Yeah, maybe just assuming they could turn it with the arena or something. RoboZ poured out top lane, or rather Matthew is. RoboZ with the initiation, and this Park, he's done a really darn good job this game, RoboZ. 9-1 and 7 so far. Almost has the full Aghanim Scepter up now.
Oh yeah, it's a scary time. Just huge itemization coming out on RoboZ, and they're just keeping that aggression up. They're lining up for the mid push. They've got a smoke around here on RoboZ and Wish as well, although they just break it. They just want the tower gone.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
NoPing. They want to fight. They want to hold on to this mid-tier 1. Burner going to get jumped on. They jump in, however, Arena is there. They've caught him, but False Promise does make it in time. Burner dropping low, has the reincarnation, but will be forced to use it. Now Dark Maga going in onto the Shaman. Not going to pop the lasso yet. He wants the puck. They haven't got him. Lasso's still available here for Dark Mago. They don't even need it, though. They're just chasing down everybody else, and everyone's dying. So Unknown losing a team fight trying to go after that tier 1. Looks like Matthew has spotted out RoboZ. In fact, they even bring another in the form of Dark Mago. And he really wants that puck. But I think RoboZ is going to be a bit too fast this time around, and he probably will just get away.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, it's a great fight for NoPing. That was on their own terms this time. So Unknown just overextending there for the push. It looked like they had angles, but they just couldn't find the proper heroes. And you can see the effect of a really good vac wall once more coming out from Oscar. Like level 2 wall, it's a bit better now. You're doing a bit more damage. Once that wall is maxed out, you're doing a ton of damage for the Wraith King and Puck Illusion. So you have to be careful though.
Arena is there. They've caught the Nyx Assassin. Fate's Edict going to help him a little bit, but not enough. They didn't have the False Promise this time to use. Panda Bunel just trying to run. RoboZ still on the chase. Gets the Dream Call off. And just going to hold down the Oracle. Secure the kill slowly but surely. They even found another. It's going to be the Darks here. Drakil gets a spear off, but Matthew, he's fought back. They want to try and find and turn this one around. HFN already killing off Drakil. Now on to the Keeper of the Light. Jasid should be dead and eventually will go down. And HFN even found Wish on the Shaman. So a nice buyback out from Matthew. They are able to turn it around.
Yeah, and the big mistake there was that Pandabu got to live. He ran into the tree line. RoboZ couldn't finish him off because he had this amulet. And just stood there. He lived true long enough. They might find more.
That's a big pick off. They can get Burner. Matthew, he's going to take a lot of damage. Now RoboZ just cleans him up. That's a dieback on the Nyx, and now Lasso is there. It's only on the Wraith King, however, and they can't get into the high ground either. He's going to be back down to the low ground. They do at least get the reincarnation life. They might just be able to find the second as Burner gets blown up by HFN. Now Drakil with the arena. It's going to lock down the Darks here. Dream Call again out from RoboZ, but HFN, he's going to try and fight this one out with his team. Wards dropped. Vacuum as well. Robo now in a bit of trouble. Fortune's end to fly through, but the phase shift is going to be there in time. Wish now going to be focused down. They'll get the Shaman instead. So overall, not too bad of a team fight for NoPing as they do end up getting the Wraith King. And sure, you get a dieback on the Nyx Assassin, but that's not going to be too bad as they even get lucky with the perfect Roshan timing.
Oh, man. That is just smooth, right? You see a team walk into Roche while it's not yet spawned, and the moment they enter, it's up. Just a beautiful play coming out from NoPing. They managed to turn around. They have the lead now at 3K. And Unknown are starting to fall a bit flat. The build-up in Burna. He went for Armlet Desolator. So he hits hard, but that also means that you aren't having too much presence with your 2 lives in terms of just annoying out the Ursa. I think if you went Radiance here, the burn would do a lot more in slowing down the damage that can come out from HFN. But because you went for this sort of fighting build, it also kind of hurts you. If Burna does get his BKB in a timely manner, though, they have opportunities to fight.
Nice little spike carapace there. Drakil stunning himself up, but Dark Mago not landing the flame break. Not in time anyway. This is getting even scarier for Unknown now as HFN, once he has the Abyssal Blade, suddenly you have that lockdown for the Puck and you have even more lockdown for the Wraith King. And we've seen Burna, if he gets kind of closed in by this Ursa, he really just doesn't last very long.
Oh yeah, they just don't. Once you get to focus down, and it's becoming a bit scary. Like that timing for the Abyssal is coming up. They're farming up the tier 3s, although...
Kill, nice arena there, catching out Pandabu, just bursting down the Oracle immediately. Now just trying to deal with the Darks here, who's doing so much damage with these illusions and the Iron Shell. Breaks his own leash. It won't matter, however, as HFN kills off another. It's going to be Shazid on the Coddle. Everyone else from Unknown is out of there. Now Dark Mago even coming down to the bot lane where he might just find Wiz, but there's your wards and Hex being dropped, and Burna will just turn right back around. The Batrider just getting a little bit too excited up in that top lane. Now RoboZ, Abyssal is there. They've got him controlled up, but they missed the Impale. It doesn't land there in time. Drakil going to be around with Burna. They're going to turn this team fight around now, killing off Oscar onto HFN. He's going to try BKB. Is he going to make it in time? The Impale! The Impale does buy him enough time. But it's still a rather disastrous time for NoPing now, as they just continue to throw bodies away like this. And RoboZ continues to collect.
Yeah, just overextending a bit. They've split that fight into 2 parts. They lost their Batrider up top, and then were forcing that fight mid. So a bit too declumped there from NoPing. Of course, you're looking at spikes coming out here as well on the side of Unknown. And
HFN, that's a big target. He's been stunned up for a while, even with the Enrage now into the arena. He's got nowhere to go. He needs to try and fight back, but Burna is there. Wiz with the shackles to hold him down, and they get the Aegis. And they want him a second time. They're not done. HFN without Enrage now. How do you survive this? Well, the answer is you just don't. Dark Mago with the BKB goes in for a lasso. He might find one, but at what cost? They're going to lose the Oracle again. Pandabu trying to survive a little bit longer, but he's gone. Now Burna right onto the Nyx Assassin. Matthew forced to Vendetta to run away. Can they at least get the reincarnation? They can. They're going to drop the wall to try and hold down Burna. Now a nice vacuum in. They get Matthew on the Nyx Assassin, but Drakil dropping quite low. Burna is as well, but he's going to go for a run. He needs about 30 seconds to have that reincarnation back up, but he is going to tick out to the damage of the Batrider, and he gets the tip from Matthew for trying to toggle through it. And in the end, it ends up being a 29-30. A slight net worth lead right now for NoPing, but this game could go anyone's way.
It's a back and forth one for game number 2. Take a look at Dota Plus, Mike. Look at those peaks. Look at those bounces on that graph, just going back and forth. And that's how you know it's a good back and forth game. NoPing, a bit awkward in that fight. Pandabu was forced to false promise himself, so he couldn't go in and save the Ursa, and that's a big issue. Although, Wish.
Oh, it's like Wish getting caught out by HFN. HFN trying to pick up the Swift Blink up next to really just be able to close the gap and get the job done. Smoke up as well, NoPing. In all fairness to them, they don't have high cooldown, so they can just keep going. Lasso will be up in 10, so it's not too far off. They're going to have to go quite deep into the Dire jungle if they want to make this smoke rotation work out. And I don't believe they're going to even try to go that far. I think it is going to be a little bit too dangerous up against Unknown, who have proven to be able to fight back. Like, Unknown now, looking like they might pop a smoke.
Yeah, they've got the opportunity to do so. They get the respawn out on Wish. He's got the smoke running up. Do you want to see that blink up on the Shadow Shaman soon? I think that's going to be another major spike here for the side of Unknown. He already has the Ag Shard. We've seen the Shackle wards do a lot of work, and they do smoke off.
Uh-oh, Arena.
Oh, no.
And Drakil is learning that when you are smoked up and you go for an illusion, the smoke does not break. Of course, to drop the Arena, you've got to be quick, so it's not like he had time to think about it. He just has to be really fast to catch the Darks here. It's not really his fault, but, you know, sometimes you've just got to double check. Just make sure. It's a low cooldown anyway. It won't matter. Hopefully.
Yeah.
For Unknown.
They kind of lose that opportunity, though, as they were kind of trying to clump around, and they might get chumped. Dark Magus looking for an angle.
They know the Arena's down, so they've definitely got a nice chance to go into a team fight without the Arena being up. Burner, he has been slowed up a lot and his team is backed off. The lasso's going to be there. BKB up by Mago as well. And now they drop the wall right onto Burner. And with that Wraith King illusion, with HFN, it's going to be too much damage. But Burner, he's somehow out of there with the Glimmer Cape. He survives throughout all of it. He's going to make a run. Still, they'll get Wish. But they'd miss out on the main target they wanted, which is Burner. Drakil, meanwhile, going to be recalled out on the Mars. And the only thing Unknown lose is going to be the Shadow Shaman.
Yeah, that's pretty big for Unknown. Just dropping the Shaman for a lot of BKBs, for the lasso pop. You're not going to be too upset if you're Unknown. You still maintain a slight lead. You can look to retake that fight. Reincarnation's back up on Burna. They've got Arena back up here on Drakil. So they can actually look and turn if they want to now. Although NoPing doesn't look like they're really dissuaded by that, are ready to just try and force some objectives out while they can.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Well, there's your blink now up on HFN. Even Spiderlegs being found, which is quite nice. So he's got kind of 2 mobility items coming out on the Ursa. And I think he should probably take those Spiderlegs. He hasn't got them yet, however. It's like they gave him over to Matthew instead. Guess either way works. An Unknown now, smoked behind Burner.
Matthew.
Counter smoke was spotted out right underneath the ward. Burner trying to bait them in, it seems. And Hex is there. Oh, they've got the Shaman. They don't want to lose Wish like this, but they do. They've lost so much control and now they are in the arena, but it doesn't matter. Drakil is falling low and so is Burner. He's trying to run as best he can, but the flame break's going to be there from Mago into the lasso. They'll get the first life. Wish is brought back. There's your Shackles out now, killing off the Bat Rider into Oscar. Do they want to fight or not? Unknown. Pandabu's almost down, already extending the false promise. And it looks like Unknown are probably going to win this team fight. And they found Matthew as well on the Nyx Assassin. He's been stunned up, he has nowhere to go, and he's going to go down. Burner picks up another kill on the Raid King. And they could go high ground with this. The Bat Rider's down for another 60 seconds. So if they really want to with these skeletons, they can get a lot of damage done to that tier 3 tower.
Oh yeah, it's going to be very hard for NoPing to fight into this. They forced the buyback on Nyx. Wall is down for 40, although
HFN right in onto Wish, gets a dieback immediately on that Shaman. Burner now not feeling too confident, does back off. The Dream Coil is also going to land, but it doesn't land on anyone. Matthew, meanwhile, just stalking Shacid, is going to be spotted underneath the Sentry Ward. Shacid just trying to run, but HFN is going to be there to back up Matthew. And so a great opportunity kind of just wasted there for Unknown. Bit unfortunate, I guess, that HFN just randomly just jumps in like that and takes the kill. And John, would you believe it, Roshan respawns?
Wow, of course. They do know as they take out the courier, so Unknown have some idea it's happening, but HFN, of course, it's an Ursa. It melts through the Roche real quick. They're going to need to move fast if they want to contest. They're going to need to drag in Robo Z if they want to grab that out, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to make it in time. Roche just melting a bit too fast. So Aegis Cheese and Ags blessing up. That's going to be a huge boon here for the side of NoPing now, as they've got the free Ags upgrade on Oscar. So now you have Iron Shell with HP, which is just ridiculous in terms of durability, and that might give them enough time to save themselves, to turn these fights around, and to just outlast Unknown in the middle of these engagements.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So we're at a 47-53% probability now with Dota Plus. Very even game. It has no clue what's going on. HFN's almost got that Swift Blink up, which is going to be quite nice for the Ursa. They have smoked up. They're going to try and make something happen again. We'll see Sid. He's going to be alright. They'll just reveal themselves going after that tier 2 mid tower now. Sid is playing with fire, but gonna get caught. Hex is there, slowing things down a little bit. RoboZ looking for a big dream coil here on the park. Still 15, 1 and 11 on this puck. Instead, NoPing gonna go up towards top lane now and go after that tier 2 tower. Plenty of gold just flying in for the NoPing roster. However, looks like they have caught out Oscar. Nice impale there, but it's only going to delay the inevitable. They have got the darks here. RoboZ now, coil is up. They'd love to catch the Oracle, and it looks like they are going to be able to as well. Panda, he will try and buy some time with the Fortune's End, but it's not going to matter. And Unknown, once again, right back into this game. This puck is completely out of control at 16, 1 and 12 now. And
oh boy.
I just don't know which way this game's going to go anymore. It just seems so darn close.
It is really close. I have to commend RoboZ here going for this right-click build, having the Daedalus up, going for the level 25 Dream Coil Rapid Fire. So if he gets a good Dream Coil, you're probably dead in the middle of that. Like, there's no two ways about it. The damage output is just ridiculous. And NoPing have to be very cautious. Like, they're having issues now also dealing with 2 lives in Burna because it stalls out this fight for so long. It gives enough time for Unknown to reposition, find new angles, and as long as Burna is not dragged back too far behind the enemy lines, then there's always going to be follow-up here. So Unknown have a lot of options scaling into the late game, whereas NoPing, they rely a lot of Panvu just getting the right position. He can't be caught out on the Oracle. He needs to get the False Promise Sauce every single time, and that has been difficult for him, as Unknown just are able to jump that backline really well. So it's a bit easier for Unknown to take away the potency of NoPing, but both sides are being fairly cautious. You do still have the Aegis here for a minute 40 on HFN, and they will smoke up.
And you've got to try and make something happen with this Aegis. HFN, oh, you'd love to catch RoboZ. Oh, but that's a quick phase shift. The puck just giving nothing away. Now the arena drop. They've caught out the Nyx assassin Matthew. He's down. They got Wish on the Shaman. And Burner is half HP, but HFN now being left alone is going to lose the Aegis. Where's the team? Burner, he's just taking care of the rest of them. HFN, he's been left alone. Oscar's going to try and help out. He does pop the Enrage with the Abyssal now going back onto Drakil. Is it going to be enough though? RoboZ coming right back in. Drakil still trying to fight this one out. He's trying to run on that Mars. Here comes Robo once again. Spear does land. The Ursa now stunned up, surrounded. Another stun out from Burner into the Abyssal Blade. They'll get HFN a second time. Onto the Darks here. Dark Mago at least kills off Drakil, but is it gonna matter? Well, maybe it will, because now Burner doesn't have a Reincarnation Light. He's gonna tie again. And RoboZ, he's 16-1, John. He is on a massive spree right now. He does not want to die. But how do you get out?
Oh no.
He can't blink out of here. He's gonna go down.
No.
That's over 1k of gold going to the Batrider. He just hit level 26 off that as well. And it looked like a great team fight for Unknown, but NoPing still managed to make it work out, even with HFN going down.
They focus so much on HFN that they kind of lost everyone else in the middle of that fight. Unknown, and they're still holding on. They do have buybacks in case they need to. This push is not going to go that fast for the side of NoPing, but they do have...
Oh, that's a nice lasso. That's a great lasso. That's not going to be... there's no buyback on Wish. 40 seconds for that buyback to be back up, and he doesn't have the gold anyway. The NoPing, they're going to get the first racks of the game, it looks like. Matthew now jumping in, misses the impale. Kill in with the Contribute, does get an arena. Spear does land as well onto Oscar, but you don't have the follow-up damage right now. Oscar with the wall drop, gonna force the BKB out from Drakil. He is still buying time, but that Rax is still going down. They will finally get it, and I think that'll be enough for NoPing. They won't have enough time for another.
Yeah, I mean, they're tier 2 still standing here for Unknown, so that's the only racks it can really go for. So that's the silver lining there for Unknown. But at the same time, you're 1 racks down now. You lost a lot of gold on losing Robo-Z. You hold on to the buybacks, but for now, NoPing are looking really good once more. They're bouncing back in. They've got the Swift blink up on HFN. I think the Illusionist Cape has to go to the Darkseer. Like, that cannot go to HFN this game. It has to go to the Darkseer. He's holding on to it right now, though. But imagine if you have that cape on the Darkseer Illusions, they hit so much harder. They last a bit longer as well. It's much more value with every single use of that wall. And now NoPing, knowing that they've got a bit of an edge here, just going to find the last few tier 2s. There is a smoke play here from Unknown, though. Might be able to wrap around well.
Matthew is going to break the smoke on the illusion. That might give enough away. However, looks like they found a target. It's going to be Dark Mago. But Drakil now trying to go after Matthew. Spy Carapace going to save him a little bit, but not for long. So there's going to be no backup here from NoPing. They're just going to leave this fight be. They've pushed out the top lane, which is going to force a rotation in from Drakil. But they still can't really try and force a fight unless HFN was looking to go after the Keeper, but decides better of it and does stay at the top lane. Still anyone's game. NoPing, even though they're one racks up and they've got a 5k net worth lead, but it doesn't seem like they're the ones leading this game right now.
No, they're on the back foot. No buyback on the Nyx. They might have to be forced to buy back on their Bat Rider, as these towers do just melt fast. It's still a Shadow Shaman and a Raid King. The ward drop, the Shackle wards, the Skeleton Summons are a lot to have to contend with.
Oh, they've got a Yules up. HFN going to be able to BKB in time, but now the Abyssal Blade's there from Burner. Still a great vacuum in from the Darkseer, but he'd already dropped the wall, so it's not going to lead to much. Dark Mago now, a great lasso in. Onto Wish again. They want the Shaman. They're going to be able to get him. 2 already down. There goes your Wraith King Reincarnation Light. They're trying to run through the arena, but they can't quite get through it. And Burner is going to BKB TP out onto Drakil instead. They'll get the Mars. That'll be another down, a 3-0. They did lose the mid-racks. With those 3 heroes down. And a Roshan up again.
Wow, how many early Roshas is that? Jeez, NoPing. I didn't know the key to fast Roshans literally respawning is just pick Urza. That's every single one.
Every time they win a team fight, Roshan's back up. Luckily for Unknown, they haven't noticed. I think HFN would have definitely gone for that had they known it was up, but they probably just don't believe it. The couriers are there now. So they're going to try for the racks first, and then they'll go back for the Rosh.
Yeah, that's gonna be a really big Rosh. It has everything on the deck, and oh,
Lasso is there. They've caught out the Mars. Impale out as well. Looks like he's about to die now. A nice vacuum out. Drakil about to drop and does, even through the BKB. It is a dieback on that Mars. Robo-Z jumps in and trying to help out with the Dream Coil. Burner, what are you doing, sir? He's trying to fight by himself. He's going to probably lose his first life and will. If they get him a second time, a nice impale there from Matthew into the Flame Break. They've got the Wraith King into the stun from HFN, but the Hex. The Hex is going to save the day from Wish. I think you just go back and get the Roshan now if you're NoPing. You don't want to risk losing another team fight. Even with the dieback on Mars, that Roshan is looking tasty, and there are 4 items on the Roshan. Everything up for grabs here for NoPing.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be really big for them if they can grab this. Looks like Drakeel is gonna try to snipe some of these items. He's keeping his courier up. They're probably gonna want to take that courier out ASAP. There is a nice double damage rune outside of Roche as well, so you've got everything you could ask for here on the side of. Oh, did he grab anything? No, nothing. Good attempt from Drakeel, but just not quick enough, and that's gonna be refresh, cheese, Ag Shard.
Oh, and a double
Shard
damage.
is. And the double damage outside of Roche. So you've got the Ags upgrade now on HFN, which means that Enrage is going to be up there even if he's controlled up. And potentially double Enrage. Maybe hand that refresh to Oscar, but I think he's just going to buy out his own refresh. So no problems there. Double wall, double vac. A lot coming out now for NoPing and Unknown. I mean, just a couple of bad fights, and suddenly they're on the back foot.
Sid gonna die as well on the keeper. He might have to buy back. Meanwhile, bot lane, they actually found the puck. Matthew, by himself, doing so much damage. There's your rapid fire Dream Coil, however, he's gonna be somewhat careful. And Robo Z, he is gonna orb out and actually gets Matthew. He broke the leash.
Oh yeah.
Bit of a...
It's a Daedalus on the rapid fire, and I love this build coming out from Robo Z. He's going Divine. He knows he just needs to play with a Dream Coil drop in the rapid fire. That's how they bounce back into this very low committal. Just needs to find the angle to go in there and buy it out. They are going to lose their last outer tower, so going to get shoved in. And they have to be careful with these next few fights. Buybacks are getting a bit scarcer now for both sides.
They are. Not really many left. Only 4 on the map. Mago, Lasso is there. He's going to pull the Wraith King out of position. The buybacks are immediate. They've got to protect Burner, but they've lost Wish already. The Shaman without dieback. Now they go after the Wraith King. That's 1 life. HFN very confident with this Aegis. He should not really be able to die as they go into Drakeel now. The arena is down, but is it going to matter? It looks like they don't have the damage in it. Now again, the Wraith King, they've got Burner. He'll buy back immediately, but they've also lost the puck. HFN will pick up the coddle, and that's going to be it. GG is called, Robo Z. It must be a hard GG to call for the puck, John. 18-4 and 14 for Robo Z this game, but it just wasn't enough in the end to beat out NoPing.
No, it definitely wasn't. A really good performance from Game 2 here for Unknown, though. They did step up to the plate. They changed their play style. They tried to match that same pace that NoPing was bringing out in this game. And NoPing also shifted their playstyle to something more aggressive. It did pan out for them in the end. There was a lot of back and forth here, but they do line it up. I think a couple of things came out there for Unknown team. Berna did not have as much presence at some point in the mid-game because the Radiance wasn't there. Like, he had to right-click a lot, and he couldn't just stand there and focus because the control was coming out from NoPing. Robo Z, if he actually managed to go around into the secret shop by the Divine and come into that, they might have been able to hold on, but it was an all-in play. Couldn't find the angle to buy that item out, and really good performance from him, but NoPing, they just maintained that win over Unknown, repeating their same success from the SADPC.
That they did, and with that, John, of course, we do move on to our second series of the night. It is going to be between SG Esports and 5-Man Midas. So we'll see how that one pans out. For now, it is MLP johnxfire. It's going to be roughly a 15-minute break before we do have that first game draft up. But we'll be back as soon as the draft is available. And we'll see you all again very soon.